Hello and welcome to the official world premiere reveal of the brand new Volkswagen ID.Every1, or can we just call it the ID.1? Let's take a look around here in Nobby on Cars. So this is what they call a friendly face from VW. We have a mid-range radar down here, very friendly but strong shoulder on the wings. You need to think of the VW Up for this car and then work backwards essentially, but there's also nods to many different legacy VW products, including the Polo. Size-wise, this is the same length as a Hyundai Inster, so you're talking about 3.8 meters, a car that is going to go on sale in 2027. Let's give you some close-up details of the car now. So you see these friend-looking, what look like they could be matrix headlights. We have another daytime running strip down here. There's the official name, ID.Every1, but as I said, that will probably be shortened to ID.1 over time. No real obvious grooves in the bonnet here, just it sweeps down. What is very, very different is the roof. So normally you get this ridge on a sports car, but we're getting it on a car that will cost around €20,000. Now I do have some renderings of the interior of the car because I've got some cool VW connections, and basically I begged them. So I'll show you some of the interior. There's lots of clever things like the fact that the shelf tables can be latched on to some of the materials inside the car. So essentially you can fold seats, you can even fit the dog in the car. The dog gets a mention today. This is your charging port here. Obviously this is a pre-production car, so none of these things are going to be opening. Just to give you again an idea of the roof line of the vehicle. So not hugely tall. Definitely bigger than an Up, it has to be said, which only finished production in 2023. So that has been mentioned today in terms of how popular that car was. Love the alloy wheels, Bridgestone tyres. These are 19-inch alloys. Again, the creases on the door, they're tiny. Aero door handles on this version. Again, will that be the car we see in the finished product? C-pillar, unmistakably VW. Again, also looking like the ID.2 that we unveiled. Can you believe it? 2 years ago on this channel. That is the head designer, Andy Mint there, who has worked on this vehicle and also on ID.2. He is the friendliest car designer you'll ever meet. Yes. There's Rob from the UK. Hello Rob, how are you? So here's the back of the car. Again, another red VW badge. We're seeing this in the Touareg. We're seeing this in the new Tayron that I'll unveil to you on this channel actually in just a couple of days. I have that video done from Nice, but it's under embargo for a few days left. On the boot, right, it is a small car that will fit 4 people, but let me tell you that the boot should be decent enough. We're talking just over 300 litres, 305 litres in the boot of this new ID.Every1, which is, again, still a bit of a tongue twister. Again, friendly looking rear light clusters. Where the indicator in here is going to go, I'm actually not entirely sure. I like the fact that this is not a plastic bumper, it's fully color coded. Hopefully this will be how the finished product looks. Again, not sure how this material will cope to curbing, but it does look very nice. These kind of ridges on this. We do have discs all around, which is also interesting. We've had drums on everything up to including the ID.7, so this does feel like a more back to basics VW product, which they have mentioned lots today at this presentation, because numerous times tonight they've made reference to software that is better, a more original feeling Volkswagen. They've talked about how they've learned mistakes from the last couple of years. They've listened to customers. They've listened to software complaints, of which they've got many. There will be lots of physical buttons inside this car that we haven't had in the last couple of years. The, I suppose, grievance from customers about sliders that didn't illuminate and so much more all feel like they have been addressed in this vehicle that again should be around €20,000. So they say in Europe, obviously we've got to add a little bit of Irish tax to that, but if it's even in around the 22, 23 mark, that will be impressive. A couple of years ago, Volkswagen set up a company called PowerCo, which will make their own batteries. There are a couple of plants in Germany, 2 in total. One's already up and running. The second one's very close. There'll be a factory plant in Canada. This is a car that potentially 50% of the smaller, still MEB, but it's front-wheel drive, smaller electric cars will have in-house produced batteries with their own team of chemical engineers from the ground up. So this in many ways is going to be a different car from the ID range we've seen till now. They did touch on the ID.2 this evening as well, say that will be out before this car. This is definitely a 2027 appearing vehicle, but the ID.2 All is the technical name for it. Will that again be shortened to ID.2? Probably. That could be towards the end of the year when we get to have another proper look at that car. Probably realistically 2026 before it will be on Irish roads. But I can't overemphasize how much VW have slightly leaned into the heritage tonight. Thomas Schaefer, the CEO of the company, talking about they've listened to customers, they have learned a lot in the last couple of years. It really feels like, and they've mentioned it so much themselves tonight, that this is going to be a back to basics in a good way. VW. He also touched on the difficult year last year. You may have seen in press reports a lot of grievances with factory workers over paying conditions. That has been sorted as of December last year. This is almost like a rebirth of VW, if you will, if it's possible to rebirth such an old heritage company that have been around on this planet for such a long time. Let me know what you think of this. It looks great. Do I still prefer the ID.2? Made a brief appearance tonight, and that really is such a great looking car. This also does have these rear flared arches on the back, but probably a little bit more pronounced on the ID.2 All. It also came out in that blue colour today, which looked great. And again, a lot of mentions today and this evening of the internal combustion range, all of the models from Passat to Tayron to Tiguan to Golf, all making an appearance tonight. So it was an opportunity for VW to showcase the family cutlery basically and put everything on the table and say we have a car and a model and a powertrain for everybody. So let me know your thoughts on this vehicle. Literally gone live in the last couple of minutes when the embargo for this vehicle lifted. I've literally shot the car, uploaded it to YouTube, so it's a rough and ready smash and grab first look at what really is an exciting car from VW. If the price transpires to be the price, the size of it, it's futuristic looking but also unmistakably a VW. It's probably the ID car so many people have been crying out for, the real die-hard VW fans. We know they're out there. You get the sense they just want VW to do well because there's a lot of love, a lot of heritage for it. So let me know your thoughts down below, what you think of the new ID.Every1, and I will see you very soon on the next one. And don't forget to subscribe if you're a VW fan. Loads more new vehicles from Wolfsburg coming soon.